All this time, we've known Zeus as the wise king of the gods, mighty, wielding lightning, the king of Olympus. But what if I told you? It's all just a mask. Behind his magnificent robe, Zeus is a tyrant, a psychopath, and the worst father in the entire history of mythology. Even the other gods are afraid of him, not out of respect, but out of trauma. In this video, I'm going to expose 7 dark facts about Zeus that they deliberately don't teach you in school. Watch till the end, because fact number 7 will make you rethink whether he deserves to be king of the gods at all. Okay, before we get into the dark facts, we need to know who Zeus is first. So, Zeus is the youngest child of Kronos and Rhea. Kronos was afraid his power would be taken by his own children, so every time a child was born, he swallowed them alive. Only Zeus survived, saved by his mother. When he grew a bit older, Zeus came back, poisoned his father, making his father vomit up all his siblings Poseidon, Hades, Hera, Demeter, Hestia. From there they started a huge war called the Titanamachi, a 10-year war against the Titans. Did they win? Yes. Zeus became king of the sky. Poseidon became king of the sea. Hades got the underworld. Sounds like a happy ending, right? Wrong. This is actually where Zeus's darkness begins. Fact 1. He married his own biological sister. You didn't hear that wrong. Zeus's legitimate wife, the queen of Olympus named Hera, is his own biological older sister. In Greek mythology, gods marrying their blood relatives is common, but what makes it dark is how he did it. Hera initially rejected Zeus's love completely. Do you know what Zeus did? He disguised himself as a small sparrow that was cold and shivering in the rain. Hera, feeling sorry, hugged the bird to her chest. Suddenly, boom, the bird transformed into Zeus and raped Hera. Because she had been defiled, Hera was forced to marry Zeus to cover her shame. So the grand marriage in Olympus began with deception and coercion. Romantic. Not at all. Fact 2. The worst father of all time. Zeus has more than 100 children, from goddesses, humans, even nymphs. But he is the most irresponsible father figure ever. His disabled child Hephaestus, the god of blacksmiths, was thrown off Olympus just because he was lame and ugly at birth. Imagine, a baby thrown from the sky until his legs were permanently broken. Another one of his children, Tantalus, was punished eternally in Tartarus just for stealing the food of the gods. Even though Tantalus did it to prove whether the gods were truly all-knowing, Zeus's punishments for his own children were never half-hearted, always sadistic and eternal. Fact 3. Serial cursor. This is the most famous fact, but people often misunderstand it. Medusa, the one with snake hair, was originally a beautiful priestess in Athena's temple. She was raped by Poseidon inside Athena's temple. Athena was angry, but she didn't dare to be angry at Poseidon, who was Zeus's uncle and equal in power. So, who was cursed? The victim. Medusa was cursed into a monster. And Zeus, he just stayed silent. As the king of the gods, who is supposedly just, he let this injustice happen over and over again. As long as the perpetrator was a male god, Zeus always turned a blind eye. The law in Olympus only applies to the weak. Fact 4. Was he a cannibal? We know Kronos loved to eat his children. It turns out Zeus inherited that talent, but in a more cunning way. His first wife, before Hera, was Metis, the goddess of wisdom. When Metis got pregnant, there was a prophecy that said Metis' child would be smarter and stronger than Zeus and would overthrow him. Panicked. Of course, what did Zeus do? He seduced Metis then, swallowed Metis alive while she was pregnant. From inside Zeus's belly, Metis made battle armor for her child. Zeus's headache became unbearable. Finally, his head was split open, and out came Athena, the goddess of wisdom, fully dressed in battle armor. So, Athena was born without a mother, from her father's head. So sadistic. Fact 5. Betrayed his own friend, Prometheus. Prometheus was a titan who was very kind to humans. He stole fire from Olympus to give to humans so they wouldn't be cold and could cook. Do you know what Zeus's punishment was? Prometheus was chained to the peak of Mount Caucasus. Every day his liver was eaten by a giant eagle. Every night his liver grew back, and the next day it was eaten again. That went on for thousands of years, just for giving fire to humans. From this, you can see, Zeus was so afraid that humans would become smart and powerful. He wanted humans to remain stupid and afraid of the gods. Fact 6. Master Manipulator. Almost none of Zeus's affairs were consensual. He always used trickery. Turned into a swan to get close to Leda. Turned into a bull to kidnap Europa. Turned into golden rain to impregnate Danae, who was locked by her father in a bronze chamber. Fact 7. The darkest fact, he will be overthrown by his own child. There are two great prophecies. The first, from Metis earlier, her child will be greater than him. The second, from Thetis. Out of fear, Zeus immediately married Thetis off to a mere mortal Peleus. From that marriage was born Achilles, the strongest hero in the Trojan War, who was almost immortal. So Zeus lives in eternal fear. He became king of the gods by overthrowing his father, and he knows exactly that one day his own child will do the same thing to him. Karma. That's why he became a tyrant who controls everything. From the 7 facts we just saw, Zeus is not a symbol of justice. He is a symbol of absolute, corrupt power. He is manipulative, a serial cheater, a bad father, and a leader who is afraid of his own people. But that's what makes Greek mythology so cool. Its gods are not perfect. They have flaws, lust, and fears, like humans. They are the worst reflection of ourselves. Zeus rules, not because he is the best, but because he is the most cunning and the most feared. And his throne on Olympus was built on the betrayal, blood, and tears of his own family.